Listen to me. Your mornings are sacred. The way you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. You don't need another alarm. You need a reason. You don't need more time. You need more intention. So when you wake up, don't just go through the motions. Speak life into your day. Declare your destiny. Ignite your purpose. Daily affirmations are more than just positive statements. They are powerful tools that can shape our mindset and influence the momentum of our day. By consciously choosing our thoughts each morning, we set the tone for how we perceive ourselves and the world around us. Engaging in daily affirmations helps to rewire our thought patterns. When we affirm positive beliefs about ourselves, we counteract negative self-talk and limiting beliefs that may have taken root over time. This practice encourages us to focus on our strengths and potential, fostering a more optimistic outlook. The consistency of morning affirmations plays a crucial role in building momentum. Starting the day with intentional positive thoughts creates a ripple effect, influencing our actions and interactions throughout the day. This momentum propels us forward, making it easy to maintain a constructive attitude even when faced with challenges. Moreover, daily affirmations can enhance our resilience. By reinforcing our self-worth and capabilities, we become better equipped to handle stress and adversity. This inner strength allows us to navigate obstacles with confidence and determination. Plus, psychology.com, CYPD-PRIST-TMHOM, Ricomo rolling cruciform word. Plus One Spring Center for Prevention, Plus One EO also promotes mindfulness, taking a few moments each day to focus on positive statements. Encourages self-reflection and presence. This mindfulness can lead to greater self-awareness and emotional regulation, contributing to overall well-being. Furthermore, affirmations can influence our behavior by aligning our actions with our intentions. When we affirm our goals and values, we are more likely to make choices that support them. This alignment between thought and action fosters a sense of purpose and direction. The practice of daily affirmations also cultivates gratitude. By acknowledging the positive aspects of ourselves and our lives, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. This gratitude can enhance our mood and increase our satisfaction with life. Additionally, affirmations can improve our relationships. When we feel confident and positive about ourselves, we are more likely to engage with others in a constructive and empathetic manner. This positivity can strengthen our connections and foster a supportive social environment. In summary, daily affirmations are a simple yet effective practice that can significantly impact our mindset and momentum. By starting each day with positive, intentional thoughts, we empower ourselves to face life's challenges with resilience and optimism. This practice not only enhances our personal growth, but also enriches our interactions and experiences. Taking ownership and embracing accountability are among the most transformative decisions a person can make in their journey toward growth. These choices don't come with instant rewards or applause, but they quietly plant the seeds of long-term success. When you choose to be responsible for your actions, your emotions, your responses, and even your failures, you begin to take control of your life in a way that's both empowering and liberating. This is the turning point where excuses die and progress is born. It's easy to blame circumstances, other people, or timing for where we are. It feels comfortable to say that someone else is the reasons we're not moving forward, but comfort never built anything worthwhile. The moment you stop looking outward and start looking inward, things shift. It's not about guilt or self-punishment. It's about recognizing that your future is not in anyone else's hands but your own. That realization doesn't shrink you. It strengthens you. It gives you authority over your own path. People often wait for a breakthrough like it's something external, a lucky break, a miracle, a handout, or a sudden opportunity that lands in their lap. But breakthroughs are rarely accidental. They are forged in silence, behind the scenes, through consistent, deliberate ownership of both wins and losses. When you hold yourself accountable, not just when it's easy or visible, but in private moments when no one else is watching, that's when change begins to take root. You stop operating from a mindset of victimhood and start moving with the mindset of a creator. Accountability means you recognize that your results are a reflection of your efforts, your choices, your habits. And when those results don't match your expectations, instead of looking for someone to blame, you examine your part in it. That self-examination can be tough. It forces you to confront parts of yourself you may have ignored. But it also unlocks the door to real growth. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. Ownership gives you clarity. It allows you to identify what's working and what's not without distortion or defensiveness. It's not about being perfect. Everyone stumbles. Everyone gets it wrong sometimes. But what separates those who break through from those who break down is the willingness to take responsibility and adjust. It's the courage to say, I was wrong, and follow it up with, here's what I'm going to do differently. That's the power of personal leadership. You lead yourself first, and from that place, you start to influence everything around you. When you embrace ownership, you begin to rise above mediocrity. You stop settling for less. You become intentional with your time, your energy, and your word. You think before you act because you know that your actions have weight. You measure your commitments carefully because you understand that accountability isn't just a value, it's a lifestyle. You no longer overpromise and underdeliver. You become someone others can count on, but more importantly, someone you can count on. Taking responsibility doesn't make life easier. It makes it real. But in that realness, you find freedom. You stop waiting for motivation because you've developed discipline. You stop fearing failure because you've learned that failure doesn't define you, your response does. You start seeing challenges not as obstacles but as opportunities to demonstrate your resilience. And when you do that consistently, you build momentum. You begin to believe in yourself in a way that doesn't require external validation, because you've seen what you're capable of when you're fully committed. Breakthroughs happen when you combine honest self-reflection with decisive action. That's what ownership fuels. It keeps you from living a passive life, one where you're just reacting to what happens. Instead, you step into the driver's seat. You make moves with intention. You stop hoping and start building. And over time, all those small acts of accountability stack up. They form a track record of trust, not just with others, but with yourself. Self-trust is critical. If you don't believe your own words, if you don't follow through on your own goals, then motivation becomes meaningless. But when you've held yourself accountable day in and day out, when you've kept promises to yourself even when it was hard, that's when your confidence becomes unshakable. You're no longer fueled by hype. You're powered by history. You've been through the fire. You've seen what happens when you take charge. And you know that no setback can erase the progress you've earned through ownership. This kind of transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey, a deliberate, intentional choice made over and over again. Every time you take responsibility, you strengthen a part of yourself that cannot be taken away. That strength compounds, it grows, and eventually you wake up and realize the breakthrough wasn't a moment, it was a process. A process you committed to the moment you decided to own your life. That's how you rise. That's how you evolve. And that's how breakthroughs become a lifestyle, not a one-time event. It all starts with ownership. And it never ends with excuses. There is a subtle but powerful truth that often gets overlooked on the journey to growth. The idea that steady effort, done day after day, will take you further than waiting for the perfect moment, perfect plan, or perfect performance. When you focus too much on getting everything exactly right, you often end up doing nothing at all. Progress stalls, dreams get delayed, and motivation fades because perfection becomes the excuse for procrastination. Real growth happens not in bursts of brilliance, but in the quiet, repetitive grind of showing up. It's in the early mornings when no one is watching. It's in the practice sessions, the rewrites, the small steps that don't look impressive on the outside. Those seemingly minor efforts compound over time. They build momentum, they create habits, and eventually they lead to transformation. When you choose to keep going, when you commit to showing up even when you're tired, uncertain, or discouraged, you begin to train your mind to value movement over mastery. You stop asking, is this good enough, and start asking, did I grow today? That shift is everything. It frees you from the paralyzing fear of making mistakes. It allows you to take risks, to experiment, to learn through doing. The result might not be perfect, but it's real. And what's real can evolve. What's perfect often never begins